I have 5 on it. I got 5 on it. I have a confession to make to all my children today, guys. This morning, guys, we were about to go and buy a new car. Hey, guys, it's okay. Both of you quiet down. You too, 33. Guys, I decided I have too much going on right now and all of you need something fixed or don't really need to be replaced. You actually I should probably say you're kind of useless. But guys, I decided I wanted to take care of you guys a little bit more before I moved on to something. So, Skyline, don't worry. You're not gonna be ugly and naked for long. We'll get you looking good and figured out. Wow, it's already dirty. How is it already so dirty? Anyways, today we have a body kit. We have the Widebody that we got that we had to import from Russia, and then we also have the PS Deuce kit that we installed yesterday. Today I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of cutting and fitting and making sure that things look right, but it's time that we at least start getting everything fitted up, put on, so I can start molding the kit to the car. First things first, I need to get out of my leather Daniels and my nice pants before Victoria kills me.
A few moments later.
In order to get a good idea of what size wheel I'm going to need, I'm going to take the Cosmos Racing off of the Lexus. These are 18 by 11. I want to say +8, so they're very aggressive wheel specs. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to test fit the GTR Widebody over it to see, like, will that aggressive of a spec work with this car? Or will I have to get less? Like, will I run like something similar to the Consize that I have up there? We'll see. Fit that. There's actually, it's not really as bad as I thought. Pokes a little bit, but I need to put the body kit on to see how far it goes out. I think that's gonna actually fit flush. So this is pretty tight. It actually ended up fitting really well. I went up ahead and put the over fender on. It's not like super snug right now, and it can definitely be fit a little better around the body. But I was a little worried because I didn't know if this would be compatible with this. This has a little piece that goes like down into here that like makes up and extends the bumper out a little bit. But it seems to work just fine, and it actually makes the whole rest of this kit line up really well. I'm gonna put the wheel on just to see if I like it real quick. Lower it down. So it's not gonna look correct right now, but yeah, dude, maybe a little bit of negative camber. Going lower, that could work. I like this. This is a very aggressive wheel spec for this car. Like, right now I have 18 by 9s, so that's some fat schmeat under there. We've officially started like mounting points for this. Since it's in such a great position, the bumper is holding it so well. I'm going to go ahead and start marking stuff. So like I'm gonna do a mounting point here and probably mounting point here, mounting point here. But I also need to go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and cross that out. I need to cut a lot of this off. Probably gonna have to file a bit of this down, just because it does, yeah, so I mean, it definitely hits pretty much the whole way down. So I need to file probably all this. So it's getting pretty damn close. It is getting pretty damn close. I'm liking it. So the plan is to smooth this out as much as I can. To smooth it out a little bit, and I'm gonna actually end up just like using a bit of Bondo. I'm gonna sand some of this down, and I'm gonna try and connect this and make this as close as possible. So I need to cut a little bit more out of this, and I need to shave a little more of this down, but I want it to be as clean and like fit as good as possible. It's some like really thick fiberglass right there. Very thick fiberglass. That's good, that's good. That means there's a lot of room to play with. So we've got a solvent of like half rubbing alcohol, half water. Smells like vodka. It's so terrible. Kind of cleaning up the area a little bit. Simple, simple. I'm working on cleaning this little section up so it can kind of be flush with the door. That'd be really awesome if I could just, it's hard to, I know it's hard to see. There you go. It's already actually getting pretty flush, but a nice little swoop of Bondo with a little bit of sanding would make it look like it's OEM. And then I'm trying to do this as well. Keep that kind of down. As for now on the fronts, what I'm gonna have to do, since these are metal fenders, it'll be very easy to pull them. So I'm just gonna get a nice aggressive set of wheels, pull the fenders out, until I can find a good set of GTR fenders. Regardless of me having to do little bitty things though, I do want to point out this is what happens when you spend money, do research, and buy kits that fit. Kits that are expensive are the ones that are going to cause you the least amount of hassle, bro. Look at this. She looking dummy thick already, dude. I love it. The plan for this is to file a lot of this down and make it as flush with the body as possible and make it look like it's not even there. I'll have like 1/8 inch rivets here, but I'm gonna try and countersink them. You can see like I'll have one here, you know, just the places where I'm obviously going to need some structural support. I'm gonna have some rivets in here, but I probably won't try and hide these just because it's inside the door. It's not gonna be a huge deal. And then I'll probably go ahead and put some rivets inside, like under the PS Deuce kit, just for the funsies, but this kit is gonna look so good and I'm excited. Like, I'm really wanting to take time on this. You know, I've rushed projects in the past, but I'm really excited to see how this turns out. I think it's gonna look so, like, on a whole, like, unreal level of good. What I don't want it to look like is this. From a distance, this looks great, but like, unacceptable. This is what people in California do. This is where I learned. I learned all my bad habits of building cars. No offense guys, from my friends in California. So not gonna make it look like that. You're not gonna be able to, you shouldn't be able to tell that it's a bolt-on kit at the end. So it's been a couple of hours and I have been working on this. Unfortunately, this side has not been nearly as forgiving and easy as the other side. If you look at this side, the fitment is pretty money. Like, there's no gaps, spaces, like it's tight the whole way. And this side, I think the reason why, usually whenever you have to go around a gas cap, it makes things very difficult. Probably spent about 30 to 45 minutes trying to modify the gas cap so it can actually open. So let me show you. That still rubs a wee bit up top, but it actually opens at least now. It would not even open before, so I've got to do that. The biggest issue right now is this is not lining up to the top very well. This right here, this is that's pretty normal. Like, that's 100% normal for kits like this. I'm very surprised the other side didn't have it, but this is normal to see that. It's also normal to see this too. If I Bondo this, it's gonna make it look really weird, and if I mold that to the body with that bubble there, it's gonna be odd. Or I can just make a cut there and overlap it, do some more cutting, and just go ahead and pin it down. It took me a while to get it to fit with this. Had a couple more issues with there, but I'll go ahead and again, I'll do some Bondo there and make it look nice. It is nice. I'm very thankful for the Subaru build that we did because I learned a lot about bodywork. I learned what to do, what not to do, how to do it, and how not to do it. So I was terrible at doing Bondo. I was terrible at doing sanding. I was honestly bad at doing bodywork. But now, with the experience that I've gotten and seeing like how things turned out after I did things a certain way, I'm confident to go back and like do this myself. I wouldn't suggest any normal person to mold a body kit in their garage, but now that I've got the experience, I feel like I'm gonna be able to do it pretty decently. Okay, so what's funny is this side is actually doing what I need it to do. Look at the skirts on this side. It's like poking out way too far. So what I was talking about yesterday is true. It needs to go in. But boy, dude, this is mad. This car's gonna oh man, that's gonna be gangster. Wow. So this is a low offset wheel. I could actually lower this down. Oh shoot, dude, that's like money. So I put the Cosmos on this side, and I've actually went ahead and put the Conse's on this side just to see what the 18 by 10.5 plus 12 would fit like, and man, it tucks in so far, like not even close to like a crazy good fitment. And this side of the suspension has like barely any negative camber or anything, so really like, that's way too conservative of a spec. I might end up having to either get a custom spec. I've talked to Conce about custom spec wheels, maybe some forged wheels for this, but honestly the move might be to use the Cosmos in the meantime and then like move the black wheels over to this car again. Bruh. Wow. Okay, so we're back in the garage. I gotta say right now, with this body kit and how low the ground effects are, it is very, very hard to get this car onto the lift. It looks amazing. We still have a couple things to do though. The biggest thing being we need to go ahead and mount the doors. So what I'm gonna do is I need to go to the store, get some countersunk rivets, and just make sure everything is in properly. And then I'm gonna have to take everything off, cut the fenders, cut the inside fenders to give some room for these guys, and then start molding after I get everything riveted. Doing body work like this is tedious, so let me know, honestly. I'd love to see the comments, like, would you like to see an episode of every single step to make the body kit flush and make it look nice? Or would you rather me wait a little bit or make like one long vlog to finish up the body kit? I've been going in and out, and I've been feeling super mixed about doing like a couple videos a week or like as many videos as I can a week. I sometimes enjoy one or the other, and I can never figure out which one to do. So let me know what you would rather see for that. I will say that sometime this week I really need to take a break from filming this, and I probably won't film it at all. I need to get the Z prepped. As you guys know, we had a bad track day last time because I have a drift event this weekend, and I'm actually trying to get valuable seat time this time. So that's gonna happen. But anyways, at least the skyline's looking hot. I can't wait for this to all be one color. I posted this on Instagram and some kid was like, I don't like the look. I don't like the way the white looks with the purple. Well, dude, I don't know. I don't want to respond to that. My daily advice for you guys is, bear with me, it's to work on loving people. There's different types of love. I don't want you to be like, oh my God, you're talking about love again. That's cringy. Like, stop talking about love, Evan. There's a romantic type of love. There is a you enjoy something type of love. And there's like a family. There's a generic type of love that we all know how to do, but we have a hard time with it because of opposing views or the way somebody else lives their life versus us. And I want you guys to know in practice, even though somebody doesn't necessarily agree with you, it's okay. You can still love the person. I think the biggest key and the biggest problem with today's society is we don't know how to disagree without continuing to still love people. Disagreement is totally okay, and that's part of human nature, and I think we need to accept disagreement a little bit more. But at the same time, love is missing out of the equation. You know, I don't care if I walk up to you and you're my waitress or my server, I don't even care. You're a new friend of mine, and I don't care whether you're black, white, Christian, Muslim, Republican, Democrat, whatever you are in between. I don't care. The point is, it doesn't matter. The point is, like, we should still love each other. Like, we're both humans. We're both humans with basic needs. It's important to be on that level. So I just want to encourage you guys just to love people. You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree, but love is a very powerful thing. See you guys later. Deuces. I got 2 videos for you. I know you know that. No, listen, no. Stop going to, no, click on those videos right there in front of you. I got 2 videos. One of those 2 videos is just gonna change your life. Okay? I promise you, dude. It's gonna change your life, dude. Yep.